everyone. Some of you may recognize me from the last concert that I ruined for you. Sorry, there's nowhere else for me to stand. I'll tell you what, you can get on my shoulders for the next song. Come on now. Great view, right? Guys, I'm 6'8". And, yeah, woo! A lot of people like to tell me what sucks about being tall. They're like, man, it must suck not being able to find clothes being so tall, or it must suck not being able to fit in the back of a car. But I have to correct them, because the thing that really sucks about being tall is nothing. And you know, I'm technically in the 100th percentile of my height, which means I'm also technically a minority, but not that kind of minority, guys. Like, people are getting their voting rights taken away. I'm fighting for the 3 inches of legroom they took from us in planes. That's my civil rights movement. I'm fucking complaining. I was introduced as Danny, but you guys should know Danny is really my middle name. And when I asked my dad why I go by my middle name, he said, well, Dan, all the men in your dad's side of the family go by their middle name. Which did not answer the question at all. So I pried a little bit more. I was like, is it a tradition or dyslexia? My first name is Jerome. That's a true story. They say, you don't look like a Jerome. Why are you named that? I don't know, because my parents thought I grew up to be a black guy. Went to a women's empowerment meeting for work the other day, because they had free sandwiches. And one of the female presenters there, she specifically pointed me out. She said, Danny, thank you so much for coming and being the only man here. Which is an extremely inappropriate thing to say to a white, straight male at a women's empowerment meeting. Be like a firefighter thanking an arsonist. So, I went and grabbed a sandwich with an old coworker the other day, and was catching up about his new job. He informed me he started microdosing mushrooms before work. Said it's great, makes everybody easier to deal with. Which is kind of ironic because he was always the intolerable one. He used to put on Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. on a loop in our office speaker system, and everybody did hurt because he was there. And so I'm asking him about it. I said, aren't you concerned about your job security always being high at work? And he said, no, got it all figured out. You're always high. They never know that you are high. I believe that's straight from the DARE handbook. So I'm asking him about it a little bit more, and he can tell I'm getting concerned, about his well-being, his career success. He says, Danny, really things are going well for me. In fact, I had an interview the other day with a software company, and it went so well, they offered me a vice president role on their management team. I said, that's great. Are you going to take it? That's a huge step up for you. And he said, Danny, I don't think you've been listening to me. I do drugs at work. And they want me on their management team? I'm not going to work there. It's just circling the drain. However, I did leverage the offer to get more money at my current job because I got a lot of drugs to do. I don't get that. I can't even be high in public. This woman caught me high in public the other day, smoked a little bit of weed. She went up to me and she was like, was grabbing a sandwich, and she was like, you, sir, are very high. I was like, fuck, did I put on my pants backwards? Like, what's the tell? And she follows up, she says, your pants are very high, too. Like, she must have smelled my dad sitting at the table on the front when she walked in. She follows up one more time, she says, are you 6'7" high? I was so relieved. She didn't know I was high. She was just stupid. So I was grabbing a sandwich the other day, and guys, I gotta eat a lot of sandwiches. This tall, you gotta be really high to eat a lot of sandwiches. It's like self-sustaining loop. So this guy comes up to me and goes, "You're really tall. Do you play basketball? I hate this question. Can't complain, not that kind of minority. But there's statistics around it. Because there's a 10% chance if you're over 7 foot, much higher than me, you play basketball in the NBA. But it's kind of bogus statistic because the other 90% were probably decapitated by ceiling fans. So before I go, I'm going to let this guy down. And that's my time, everyone. Thank you.